Start. Heard. Shri. Suvesh Agrawal, Learned Counsel for the Applicant SSE, and Shri B.K. Pandey, Learned Standing Counsel full stop. Para. Though the present revision was admitted without reference to any question of law, comma, it has been urged on the following question of law, semicolon para, code, whether upon subsequent acceptance of compounding for the AY 2001-2002, the SSC became entitled to apply for compounding for the year AY 2002-2003, though on the date of initial rejection of his application for compounding for that year, he was in arrears of compounding fee for the AY 2001-2002 question mark unquote PADA 3 dot. The present revision arises for the AY 2002-2003 full stop. The SSC had operated a brick kiln in the assessment year full stop under the inspection issued by the state government under section 7D of the UP Trade Tax Act 1948, hereinafter referred to as the Act, popularly known as the pending scheme, as AY 2002-2003, dated 8/1/2003, the SSC made an application to be admitted to the compounding or benefit of that scheme full stop. It also appears that earlier the SSC had made a similar application to be admitted to the benefit of the compounding scheme for the AY 2001-2002 full stop. However, there were certain default in payment of installments under the compounding application full stop. Then, under this compounding scheme for the AY 2002-2003, under clause 3, a negative condition had been preferred prescribed, being that an applicant could not be eligible for compounding for the year AY 2002-2003 if we had not cleared the default together with interest towards compounding fee for the earlier assessment year full stop. To this extent, there is no dispute or challenge raised by the SSC full stop para. In such fact, and in view of the admitted default exceeding for the AY 2001 to 2003 full the assessing authority by his order dated 14/8/2006 rejected the application filed by the SSC under section 7D of the Act for the AY 2002-3, since the compounding application for the AY 2001-2002 had been filed belatedly without payment of interest as contemplated under that scheme full stop para. The first appeal arisen from that order was rejected full stop. The tribunal had also rejected the second appeal of the SSC in that regard full stop para. Hence this revision full stop para. The counsel for applicant SSC submits that subsequent to rejection of first appeal, for year AY 2002-2003 bracket close by order dated 17/2007, since the SSC cleared the default towards payment of compounding fee with interest for the AY 2001-2002 full stop. Therefore, in his submission, the difficulty in the application for compounding for the AY 2002-3 stood cured, and the tribunal has erred in not taking note of that effect and in rejecting the appeal filed by the SSC para. The Learned Standing Counsel, on the other hand, submit that the acceptance of compounding fee is an alternative to the regular mode of assessment, and the SSC does not have any inherent or vested right to claim compounding except upon compliance or fulfillment of conditions to see compounding full stop. In the instant case, in view of the admitted facts noted above, it has been submitted that clearly the SSC was in default towards payment of compounding fee with interest for the AY 2001-2, at least up to the date 14/8/2006, when his compounding application for the AY 2002-3 came to be rejected full stop. The SSC, having failed to clear the default for the AY 2001-2 up to that date, till as the to see compounding for the AY 2002-3 full stop, the subsequent events of the SSC having cleared the default for the AY1-2 after 14A 2000 could not revise the rights of the SSC to see the compounding undue of assessment for the AY2-3 para. Having heard learned counsel for the parties, it is seen that though learned counsel for the applicant SSC is right in his contention that for the AY 2001-2, the SSC contested the matter up to appeal, whereupon the matter was remanded, and upon such remand, the SSC cleared the default the compounding fee for that year together with interest, yet its effect on the proceedings for the AY 2000-2003 may be very negligible in the context of the controversy involved in the present revision. Full stop. Para. In the first place, each assessment year is a separate unit. Full stop. Then, and the alternative method of assessment to payment of compounding fee is governed by principles of contract. Full stop. In this regard, indisputably, the state government had offered to accept the compounding for the AY 2002-3, subject to fulfillment of conditions, chiefly that the SSC should not be in default for similar compounding for an earlier year. Full stop. While offering an alternative method of assessment, it was open to the state government to provide for such stipulation in its own interest. Full stop.